What's going on, Standout family? It's your boy Juice, coming back at you with another episode of Science Over Stats. Today's topic is very controversial. I could say it's controversial because it's been a debate that's been happening that shouldn't have been happening, but we gotta have this conversation because I'm sick of the foolery that I'm seeing. But like I said, follow my socials at JRayTheJuiceMan, Instagram and Twitter. JRay the Juice Man, you know what I'm saying? As in quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick, but I ain't gonna say too much. Let me go for my boy D Money.
Hey, appreciate you, accompanying me, J Money.
Of course. Man.
Yeah. So, of course, we gotta greet all of our viewers and our watchers. Shouts out to the whole Standout fam. Just a video that we definitely had to get to, and you can follow me at all social media handles at Gus Got Fans. Gus Got Fans is pretty easy, and most importantly, please like, share, follow, do whatever you can to help our podcast to grow, because it's time to get this thing popping.
Man, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna leave this in this video for the edit. This video gonna put us up there. I'm telling you right now. The information that we got for y'all, this video, y'all finna see what y'all been sleeping on. I don't know what's going on, but today's topic is why will Kevin Durant finish top 10 all time? Why will he? And that is come on now. That is in support of Kevin Durant, because it's so much to say in regards to Kevin Durant. I don't have anything negative to say about Kevin Durant. I was upset. I was in high school. I didn't understand what, having free will and being a grown man could do for you. But what we're talking about here, we're talking about a legit NBA mock player, like a 2K14 small forward, a 2K15 small forward. Like, I'm talking like 7 feet guard ability and the ability to shoot. The demigod. Come on now, man. But, I had to compile my notes. I didn't want to come on here and not know what I was talking about. The reason behind this video is because recently in my newsfeed, I've been seeing a lot of Kevin Durant slander. People associate his decision to go play for the Golden State Warriors back in 2016 and use that reason as a scapegoat to take away from his elite all-around basketball ability. Like, what the hell? Like, you're not gonna sit here and he's still gonna hoop, like, regardless of what you're saying. And if you go back to 2016 and look at that free agency selection, you know what I'm saying, with KD and then, Bron also, went back to Cleveland or whatever. But Kevin Durant, if you comparing teams that he had on his list, Golden State was still the best option, regardless of what anyone says. That's the best basketball
for him and for everybody on that team. To be honest with you,
exactly, bro. So I hate that people still use the fact that a grown man decided to use his free will as a free agent to go to a team where he knew he was going to have the best opportunity to win a championship, and he did that and more.
Dominate the West.
Dominated the fucking.
The better half of the league.
And sure, you can. Sure, I hear people like to make the argument of two MVPs on one team, a defensive player of the year candidate, mostly, first time all defender, with Clay, Draymond, and, second team, between those two. And
that's arguable. Yeah.
I mean, but is it really arguable though?
Chiming in on that too. I was just about to chime in on that. Most of the time, a lot of them didn't play together because the team was riddled with injuries at the same time.
Exactly. There was periods. Thank you. And sure, you can use the argument, the plus minus stat, to argue that when Kevin Durant was on the floor, Steph Curry was the best player on the team. No one is taking away what Steph Curry can do. This is not an argument to debate whether Steph Curry is better than Kevin Durant or whether Kevin Durant is better than Steph Curry. I'm just making an argument for Kevin playing.
No.
That's it.
Steph, he true shooter. That
True
boy
shooter, the greatest
bucket.
shooter of all time. Like no bat, no rap in the cap, and that's just something to say, man, because it's just too much slander of Kevin Durant, man. Like, come on now, let's run down this list, D-Money, man, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this, man. I'm sick of this. I just want to take the time to remind everybody who the hell this man is. Okay, this is why I'm doing this video. I should not have to do this video, but I got to. Now, before we get to the NBA, let's talk about this sole season at University of Texas. Kevin Durant, his only season as a freshman, let's be clear. 25 points in college, in the Big 12. 25 points, 11 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 steal. And mind you, I don't think people know this. Kevin Durant played the 5 a good chunk of his college career. He played the 5.
That's what most tall players play. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So, he didn't come into the league as a small. He came into the league as a shooting guard for like at least 2 to 3 years. He played most of his minutes as shooting guard first 2-3 years in the league. Then he transitioned to small forward where it was bucket season. That was his 3rd year in OKC. Second year in OKC, but his 3rd year overall, he averaged 26. 26 when they moved him from shooting guard to. Come on now, man. Come on. Number 2 overall pick for the Seattle Sonics. And he came into the league 6'9", and he's grown to 7 feet. So the ability to still add to your game while you're still growing. Only player in the league right now that can make that argument is Anthony Davis. Because Anthony Davis went from 6'3" to 6'10" in one summer. You know what I'm saying? And for him to still have those guard-like abilities, he's hitting step-back threes. You know what I'm saying? And Cat, Karl Anthony Towns. He's the only other center I see hit step-back threes. Regular, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? It's just like what Kevin Durant won Rookie of the Year. Let's tell you something right now. 21 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. That's light work. You know what I'm saying?
First year, too.
First year. We're talking about the last year of the Seattle Supersonics. He went out, he showed out for those fans. I honestly wish they would have stayed in Seattle. I do. I would have preferred to see KD play the Supersonics jersey. That would have been nasty. I ain't gonna lie.
Green and yellow.
Right, that would have been nasty, bro. I ain't gonna cap. After his rookie season, Seattle Supersonics became the Oklahoma City Thunder, where KD basically was able to surpass all expectations, while playing for the Thunder, man. Like, come on. And
basically a new team.
New team.
Rebranded.
No jerseys hung up, none of that. No, we basically compare that to an expansion franchise, even though it was just a transfer. Basically, expansion franchise. No one really had OKC making noise just because they moved cities, and that's something that most people can't say about Kevin. You know what I'm saying?
After that, it just skyrocketed.
Skyrocketed. 7 years at OKC. Out of those 7 years, 4 of those years, he was the scoring champion. First of all, we got to talk about how this man is the youngest scoring champion of all time. 21 years old, averaged 30 points in the league with Kobe still hooping, Bron still
Nobody else. Oh God.
In a prime. LeBron, Wade, it don't matter. He was hooping 30 points. That same year he went to the finals. But hey, like I say, D-Money, I just live here, man. I just live here, man. I don't know. His 4th year.
He couldn't miss that one.
I don't know, man. 5th year in the league, you know what I'm saying? 4th year, went to the championship. Him, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook had their own 3-headed monster.
Young core.
Young, very good core.
3
exciting
MVPs
core.
on top of that.
3 MVPs eventually. Something that I can never forgive OKC for. But I mean, they making up for it with what they doing right now with CP. And no shout out to the Thunder. But still,
see what he doing tonight. Anyway,
we gonna cover that. We gonna cover that in the next video because that boy get their ass to flux. They was playing that CP speed. Oh God, nobody.
I'm on the way home looking up.
Oops. 20. I thought it was just 10. Okay.
21 when I checked.
Hey, shout out to CP, man. That's the point guard.
He didn't want a bubble bag.
Come on now. Hey,
Anyway,
we gonna come. We gonna come.
gotta get
We
back
got. We got. We got. We got you. We got you. I'm right there with you. Like I said, Russell Westbrook, James Harden was able to go to the finals in their third or fourth and fifth year. And with that,
I'm pretty sure they traded James the year after that.
I know. Remember, he signed. They didn't want to sign him, bro. It was free agency.
Yep.
And they gave that money to Serge.
He went to Houston. Yeah.
I'm like, look, Serge is great. Serge is a bucket. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he the first to get a ring.
Yeah.
Second out
And
of
that was like the year he was trying to shoot. He was trying to shoot threes.
Yeah, 3 blocks a game, but shooting threes. I'm like, what? But whatever. You know, I if I would have done that differently, I would have gave James that $90 million. Give him his $90 million. Let him come back. You know, start reconstructing contracts, because at that point the NBA was starting to transition into where the salary cap was inflated. You know, but
blow up. Yeah.
Sadly, that was only a one trick pony. James left, went to the Rockets, started his own. You know, you did. Shout out to James. And you know, from that on going forward, watching the OKC Thunder play with Russell and KD, that dynamic wasn't as strong as people wanted to make the argument for. I would say. Don't get me wrong, Russell Westbrook is a hell of a player, but him and Kevin Durant did not mix because of the personality types.
They didn't get along.
They didn't get along at all. People didn't know that, and that's another reason why Kevin Durant was able. It was easy for him to make, not easy for him, but it was easy for him. Like, KD was on some shit.
He made a clip happen.
You know what I'm saying? He was shady in some aspects of that because he didn't tell Russell. You know what I'm saying? Because they are brothers. You know what I'm saying? Despite what they went through, they still are friends, and that's good to see. But it was clear that they didn't mix. Like, it's just, you can't tell me that you have the most explosive point guard behind Derrick Rose at one point, but eventually will become the most explosive point guard. You know, one of the most skilled point guards with the most skilled player, arguably of all time, on your team, and you can't win a championship. And that just goes to show that the coaching wasn't there. Can't blame the players all the way. You can't. Coaching wasn't there. The Scott Brooks, shout out to Scott Brooks. He's a hell of a coach, but he just never could get them over the hump, man. Like, it was no reason why OKC shouldn't have had at least 3-4 rings. Easy.
Make them hoop.
And it's like, you can't depend on your star players to take the last shots. But we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. But like I said, the experience that KD and him had in those finals will help KD later on in his finals appearances with the Golden State Warriors, recently in his career. Kevin Durant is one of
especially going up against LeBron.
Going on. Game in LeBron ass. Kevin Durant. Game in his ass.
Dropping J out.
35
ain't gonna let you.
35 and shit for the game. Oh wow.
We ain't gonna talk about it. Like, them 2 years was hell for LeBron. I ain't even gonna lie to you, they didn't even have LeBron guarding him in the finals.
They couldn't, bro. It would have
switching. They was switching everybody on that man. He was tearing their whole team up.
Man.
Rest in peace to Cleveland.
Kevin Durant is one of 7 players in the NBA to join a 40-50.
If you think about it, look, KD just broke that whole team up.
He did. Yeah, you're right. KD ended their dynasty. Just like to be fair, LeBron ended their dynasty, to be fair. He did. And, he broke that team up because it was issues with basically getting the ball.
But they were just riddled with injuries.
That's it, man. Like, Cleveland was injured at the wrong time.
One of the worst teams.
And then,
yeah.
They was. And I'm not saying, that's an excuse for why they lost, but, you could tell that the energy wasn't there that they had in 2016 when they, came back to 3-1. Overall, bringing Kevin Durant to the equation was like putting butter on the toast. Like, no cap. Like, if you thought that Cleveland was going, like me, I'm not a liar. I thought Cleveland was going to get at least one of them misses. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping it was going to be one of them type of, historical, championship matchups where you had 2 dynasties just going at it back and forth. 1-1-1-1. Shit. 1-1. I'm gonna stay over here for 2 more years, and then we're gonna get injured. Like, damn, it wasn't even worth it. You know what I'm saying? K Love never came through like I wanted him to, man. It was just a lot. But Kevin Durant, 50-40-90 club. That means 50% from the field, 40% from the 3, 90 from the 3. I don't know, man. I think KD the only person to do that twice.
There ain't too many players to do that. And ain't too many players who could do that.
I think KD. I'm just saying, like, if you want to know, Mark Price, Steve Nash, Larry Bird, I'm not sure the rest of the list, but I mean that's some great ass company if you ask me. But when you look at Kevin Durant's career, man, he doesn't have any blemishes. Like he doesn't have a blemish on his career. I don't think he had any bad season. We're talking about a man who averaged 25, 10 straight seasons. Like what the hell? Like come on now, y'all sit here and say he's a snake. All that bullshit, man. I don't care what nobody got to say. That is one of the greatest basketball. He's easily top 2 basketball talent on this planet right now as we speak. No one can touch that man. No one in the NBA has shut down Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has bad shooting nights. He has bad shooting nights. He stops himself. He stops himself. And like I said, true basketball fans need to understand that him and Russell would never work. It just wouldn't work. The person who should have been taking the most shots in those games should have been Kevin Durant. The person that OKC should have focused on was Kevin Durant. Kevin knew that his welcome in OKC was not gonna stay long, bro. It wasn't gonna last long because he realized, like, hold on, these motherfuckers showing favoritism, man. They picking him over me. Like, I'm not saying they're not supposed to show love to him, but I'm better than him. And if anybody say to me that Russell Westbrook is
him and LeBron was top 2.
No back. It wasn't no comparison, bro. No comparison. Like
nobody else is in that company.
Like I said, man, no disrespect to Russell. I'm taking the 7-foot demigod over the 6'3" point guard who got something to prove. I'm taking the 7-foot demigod any damn day. I don't care what nobody say. Because like if you look at his career averages, his assists went up, his rebounding went up, his defensive shares, he went up and he's continuously getting better. We don't see players
3 years in Golden State. He averaged at least 1.4 blocks to one. And that championship year, the second year, he averaged 2 blocks a game. 2 blocks
game.
And 1.5.
He was a DPOI vote. He was a top 10 in DPOI voting. Like, stop.
He was in that Kansas. Yep, he was in Kansas.
And people like to make the argument, like, oh well, Kevin Durant doesn't play defense and this and the third. He's 7 goddamn feet and he has the agility of a guard. Stop that. He affects many shots.
Another point of evidence, they had Kevin Durant guarding James Harden in that series. They went all the way to Game 7 with Houston. They had Kevin Durant with James Harden.
I just live there, bro.
Clay couldn't hold him.
Nobody can hold him, bro. Like, you can't guard that.
They had KD guarding him, and at the same time, James Harden has basically, perfected his game around us. Even if he shoots bad, he's still gonna give you 20 points. It's crazy.
He gonna get you. He gonna get you 12 free throws. The fuck you talking about? He gonna get you 12 or 13.
It's crazy.
And that's the sick part, bro. Well, I'm gonna show you, bro. I'm gonna show you because people not listening to me, bro. Like people not listening to me, bro. First of all, like I said, Kevin Durant is rookie of the year. He's an MVP. D-Money, what is that stat you told me about his MVP season that had me like, damn?
His MVP season. With Oklahoma City, he dropped 25 on basically every team in the league, and he did it for I think 30 games straight, 28 games straight, something like that. He beat Michael Jordan's record for 25 points.
Now, mind you, him and Mike are the only players to average 30 and 40 in a calendar month in 1 year. Him and Mike.
One season. And he did it in the second half of the season because he was coming off that foot injury. Remember that year he switched back to the KD6 because he broke his foot?
In the 70s,
yeah, that was yes. The MVP season was coming off that foot injury, bro.
Come on now. Let's just keep that in the air. Like I said, Mike and KD. I'm just making sure we're clear. I hope we're clear. 2-time champion. Like I don't give a damn he won it on Golden State. He won a championship.
Big ring. That's really that's the point that matters.
He got the ring. 2-time MVP. NBA Finals MVP. Well deserved. You can make the argument for the second championship that Steph should have won it because he almost averaged triple-double. Yada, nigga. But Kevin Durant closed that series out. Cleveland had many chances to sneak back into that series. And Kevin Durant was time after time, shooting perfectly.
Kevin Durant only put up, he'll put up at least, I think, 14 shots, but most of them be threes, and he'll still have like 32 points. If my math is correct, but still.
Hey, we just live here, bro. We don't know. We don't know, bro. 10-time NBA All-Star, NBA All-Star Game MVP, 4-time scoring champion. He led the league 5 straight years in total free throws made.
You got to shoot for that too.
Come on now.
You got to shoot for that.
Come on now. 3 times in his career, he's led the league in total minutes played. 3 times he's led the league in total field goals made. One of 2 players.
Seasons out.
He plays seasons, bro. He's not. Come on now. Injury is not something that plays Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, I think at his most, like I said, the least amount of games he played in the season is 30. And then, of course, now he was next to his Achilles, broke his foot, and you know, Russell went out.
And I feel like this injury gonna be real interesting because I feel like he's gonna adapt perfectly fine.
Because, like I said, bro, KD 30, 32, 33.
Yeah, 32, 33.
Yeah.
You got feel in the tank.
And you know what's crazy too, bro, is that people like forget that like Achilles injuries really affect people who base their game off their athleticism. Kevin Durant was never the type of player to like necessarily use his height like at the rim. He uses his height with his shooting. And if you look at his workouts,
playmaking skills, he's still gonna set teammates up.
He's still gonna get. He's the type of player that can put up a triple double. He just doesn't have to. He just doesn't feel the need to have to insert himself in a system where he knows he's gonna get his touches. He knows that if he has to, he's gonna make the shot. He's a shot maker. There's a difference between a shot taker and a shot maker. He's a shot maker.
He gets buckets. You get
buckets.
The ball,
no shot is contested to him. I haven't seen him get contested except unless he was guarded by like Tony Allen. I ain't gonna lie. Tony Allen used to make his ass work. Or like who's another good defender? Like
Kawhi was doing it too. You know that one game Golden State barely won.
Yeah, and when he got injured, I remember that. You know, like I said, like Kevin Durant isn't really affected by many defenders, and honestly, those defenders barely affect him. So I mean, you know, it's rare to see Kevin Durant get shut down.
End up giving his ass a dub.
I'm just saying, bro.
Or more.
But I'm gonna end this on this note. Kevin Durant is one of 2 players to average 25 points in their career, over 25 points in their career, and hold a true shooting percentage of 60%. Now, people don't know what true shooting percentage is. That's basically the number of quality shots you take out of 10. So you're telling me out of 10 shots, every 6 is a great quality shot.
Good ass shot.
That nigga lean the whole game. He don't even take standing still jump shots. Barely. Right now, Kevin Durant, I believe, is 33rd in scoring. The 22,000 points.
Yeah, he just hit 22K the last season that he played.
Yeah.
Right before the season ended.
So, my projections for him when he retired, he's going to finish the top 5 scorer all the time. Honestly, at the rate that he's going to finish top 3. He's going to finish top 3. He's going to finish top 3.
If he comes back and he continues, you know.
He don't even got to put up 25 a game. He don't have to. He could put up like 22, 23. He gonna probably grab like 8, 9 boards, 6, 7 assists. Cause he has a great team around him. They just injured, bro. They just stay injured.
The whole team.
Injured. Like it's kind of scary, bro. That's the only thing that's scaring about the Nets.
Jamal Crawford just got injured too in the bubble.
That 40-year-old shit, that shit came quick. 6 minutes in the game. Damn, bro. You
look good though.
He's all right, you know, that's good. I'm glad he stretched those shit. But I don't know. Like the last point I want to make though, is I don't know if people remember this game, G, but I watch basketball for real. Like I do this shit for this shit is something I do. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you remember this game, D-Money, but it was the game against the 2008 Redeem team. You know, Kobe, LeBron, Darren Williams, Chris Paul, Dwayne Wade, Tyson Chandler. This is right before he got drafted.
Was a rookie. Not a rookie. Right before he got drafted.
Right before draft day.
And he smoked all of them.
22 points, 8 rebounds. He
smoked everybody.
4 assists. And he only took 13 shots. He
Pretty
played on
much
the
what he
Saints.
been
He's
doing.
playing. He's playing with Kobe.
Kobe, Ron, Darren,
He's proven already that he's a fucking bucket.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how he was number 2 coming out of high school.
Wade.
Like, what? Like, what else do we need to tell y'all? Like,
Who
and then
was
we'll.
first day? Oh, Greg Oden ass.
What's Greg Oden? Damn. I respect Greg Oden. That's my dog. I ain't gonna lie. That nigga used to get busy in Ohio State.
Yeah.
I can't get.
Yeah.
I gotta get credit.
College. Yeah, he was cold in college. You know, he a coach there now too.
Oh, really? That's great.
I think he do something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he coaching that.
I'm just convinced that Portland is bad luck for niggas though. It's that city.
Yeah.
That's that
Ooh.
city.
We gonna tap in on that later.
Yeah. Definitely got to do a B-Roy, Greg Oden, Sam Bowie. Them niggas just
Something
can't.
else too.
Ooh.
Something else too.
Bro,
I'm
who?
talking about currently though. I got some.
Okay.
Man, don't worry.
We gonna
Just
chop
take
it up. We gonna
off the
chop it
top, bro.
up. We gonna chop it up. Let's go. Okay. Hey, like I said, man, Kevin Durant is going to finish top 10 all time. If you sit here and use Golden State as your reasoning for why he can't, go to him. If you sit here and you criticize a grown man for exercising his free will for making a decision that benefited both parties, go to hell. Sure, it ended badly. Sure, it ended sourly. But 4 finals appearance in Kevin Durant's case, 3 finals appearance in 4 years. No, 3 years. Damn, but still, like, come on, he 3 for 3. He won 2. I take that. And he beat his predecessor. That's the best word I can describe. You know, people like to always say that LeBron James is not a more skilled player than
total. He 2-2. He 2-2 in the finals.
Technically, yeah. So I mean, hey man, continue to sleep, continue to be a sheep, continue to let the media tell you that Kevin Durant is such a horrible person. This and the third. Kevin Durant is a top 10 player of all time when it all boils down to it. You can make the argument for that now.
End of the day, he can hoop.
He can hoop. He does what matters. He puts the ball in the goddamn basket. And he got 5 to 6. Hopefully,
all your ass up.
Hopefully, he plays until like year 18. He gets 6 more years. Because he said he wants to go to the Euro League after he retired. So, damn, that would be that. That's gonna be terrible.
Like if he's really healthy, he can do 20 years.
Because his game doesn't require him to have to, you know what I'm saying, be in a
20 seasons.
He averaged what, 15 every year? Damn, man, 15 plus every year.
Like that.
Kevin Durant gonna finish at least. If he doesn't finish all-time leading scorer, he's gonna finish second. But second or third, you heard it here first. I ain't gonna cap y'all sleeping on that man. Like y'all won't appreciate him until he's gone. He's retired, and I'm sick of that. We gotta start giving players their flowers now, because at the end of the day, you never hear anything about him off the court. You never hear anything about him off the court. If anything, you hear about how much work he puts in off the court. You know what I'm saying? He's a great person. You can just tell he's a great personality. Things just didn't work out in Golden State. But I mean, he got his goddamn championships. You know, we don't say anything about Robert Horry. He went to, damn near 4 different teams to get his rings. He still got 7. Dennis Rodman got 7. Steve Kerr, what he got, 8. We don't say nothing about those type of players. Even if they're not the same caliber of players, why is it that the stars always face the ridicule for not settling or doing things by the norm? Honestly, I'm gonna say this right now. If I'm losing somewhere or I got drafted at, I'm leaving their ass too. Fuck, I'm trying to win. All right, man, that nigga need to listen to KD, man.
Take note.
Go to Minnesota. Nah.
Him, D-Lo, and K-Towns, that'd be nice.
No defense in that though. They really.
Yeah. They're gonna be cones on defense.
Cones. This ain't gonna be their ass. 140. Their game is gonna be 300 points combined.
They get gunned down. 22 shots.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We're gonna talk about D-Book though, man, because this may sound crazy to you, bro, but D-Book is low key.
Next generation of great scorers. Him and Jason Tatum. MPJ too. Can't lead MPJ.
It took him 300 games, bro, to What record did he break in Suns history? I think it's like the most 20-point games. It took him 300 games. That took him. It took him 4 years. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, man. He need to get the hell up out of there because that's not a good look. But I ain't gonna say that because I feel like what they need is
Is he
just a
still on his
culture,
rookie
bro.
contract?
No, D Book just signed a $100-something million contract not too
Oh
long ago.
yeah,
Like
yeah. He just did
160,
get it.
180, one of them. He signed one of them. And
He did just.
he just re-upped. He
Phoenix
did.
was a playoff team though. Was a playoff team in the last, I think,
I want to
5 or
agree
6
with that. I
years.
do agree. They were. They were a perennial powerhouse in the Western Conference, but they never did shit, bro. Like they never did shit when it
Hmm.
mattered. Like
They
how
were
the fuck you
they
have
were
Steve
fire.
Nash, bro? Steve Nash. Steve Nash is probably one of the greatest natural point guards of all time. Then you
They was
have
sort of the year they had Isaiah Thomas too.
it
They had Isaiah
was.
Thomas, Gerald Green. They had both the Morris brothers.
Then they have Eric Bledsoe too.
Yep, they had Bledsoe for a few years, but he was riddled with injuries
But it
throughout
was three
the end.
point guards. It was Dragic too.
Yep, Goran Dragic
What?
too.
It was both. It was IT and Dragic was scoring 20. IT was winning off the bench. Then he went to Boston. He almost led fourth in scoring. They did IT bogus, man. They blackballed my bands because he's short. That's
Yeah,
okay though. It's okay though.
that's crazy.
Melo make up for him. Melo putting niggas off the court. Make up
Bubba
for
Mello
him.
Raw.
Uncle Melo, that's his name.
Bubba Mello. Uncle
Uncle
Mello.
Melo. That nigga in his bag over there. He look,
And it's
put the Rockets
Duffy.
out of their misery. Oh, man, okay, that's how you pay them back, huh? That's how you gonna do them like that.
And it's Duffy.
Man, I'm excited though, bro. I'm looking forward to the playoffs in the bubble. It's gonna be some competitive ass games.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for our basketball segment for this upcoming week. We got a lot of information for y'all. Got a lot of good news for y'all, man. We appreciate y'all coming out for this video.
A whole lot of goodies.
Make sure y'all follow Standout Sports on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JRaterJuice, man. And
You heard it here first.
you heard it here first.
Gonna
Why
be
Kevin
global.
Durant? Why Kevin
Gonna be
Durant is top
global.
10? That's all we got to say. You just had to get this out of there. I had to get this out of my system because y'all was blowing me with that
Hall of
shit.
Fame, for sure.
Hey, but go ahead and get yourself an exit though, D Money, man. It's time to call the curtains.
All right. Love and peace. We gone.
Stay up, man. Be smooth.